Hi again, YouTubers. So this is a review comparison of the Sephora primers. I have two of them. The first one that I purchased is the Sephora Base Zero Brilliance Anti-Shine Primer, and it comes in a tube. And then when I had purchased this one, they actually also sent me a sample of the Sephora Smoothing and Mattifying Primer, which is this one in the pump bottle. Both of these are $18, and the reason I first tried the anti-shine primer was because I usually in the summertime use Murad's oil control lotion, and I don't know if you can tell, this one's almost empty. There's like next to nothing left in it. A little bit I can get out of it, but I use this in the summertime because as it gets warmer out, my skin produces more oil, and it is a little bit more difficult to keep that under control. So I had heard from some people that this one was a really nice mattifying primer, and I decided to purchase it and give it a try. And the primer is in a tube. It is 1 full ounce. It is, when you first squirt it out, it is white in color, but when you wipe it into your skin, it is clear, as most primers are. You see a little bit of a sheen. Has a clean scent to it, a little bit of a mint undertone to it. However, it gives you a nice feeling to your skin. A lot of mattifying primers sometimes feel very dry. This does not. It feels very nice and very smooth. If you pull your hand across it, it doesn't have that like kind of sticky feel or anything like that. I will show you the Murad one as well. Murad is a white, pure white lotion, and this one here, when you use it, blends into your skin. It does have an SPF of 15, I will say that. It's down here, but you can tell there's a nice sheen up here, whereas this one doesn't give you any sheen to it, the Murad. It is a little bit sticky. The Murad has a very kind of medicinal smell to it. It kind of smells medicine-y. So I went straight into trying this one, and I really did like this one. But then I decided one day to try and I got a little sample bottle of this, and then I bought this. I decided to try this one, and this one is 0.5 full ounces. And so they're the same cost. I'll start with that. But this one actually, and I looked at it and I went, how is this a clear gel that you can't even see there? A clear gel, how is this clear gel gonna mattify? It's interesting. You see it? I mean, obviously it's clear, but you don't even really see much of a sheen to it. So I was kind of surprised because this one had a slight sheen to it, whereas this one didn't. Now, people were asking me if this is similar to Smashbox's Photo Finish Primer. Now, for me, Smashbox Photo Finish Primer is very oily on my skin. It breaks through. I tried it, I mean, this was easily 3 years ago, and I haven't repurchased it for the same reason, but it broke my skin out and it made me look very oily. It didn't work for me. So I've always been hesitant with gel-like substance primers because of that reason, is I thought they were gonna react very similar on my skin to the way the Smashbox one did, but I was very pleasantly surprised by this. Now, the interesting part is this one actually on my face has better results. This one keeps my foundation on longer and better. It mattifies it to some extreme. I don't think any of these completely mattify. They do for a short period of time, but they're obviously not lasting, you know, 8 and 10 hours. But I will say that my foundation stays on better with this than with this. They both have such a great feel to them. I do like the results as well of this one, and honestly, I'm kind of torn. Like, for $18 and $18, you have 1 ounce versus a ½ ounce. However, this one you need more to cover your whole face than this one. This one I use like a pump and a half, not even. Whereas this one I need kind of a pea size. So it pulls a lot more out of this one. So that's kind of a little bit of information on that part. But I really, since I've gotten these, I have been using this every single day. It really just gives me a really nice smooth surface. It makes my skin look very clean. It makes my skin have a nice flat base to it. I don't feel as if there's as many lines or, you know, crevices or things like that. And it really helps my foundation go on well. And it also keeps my skin, for me, I mean, I get a little oily across here, but no matter what I use, I do that. Even with the Murad, I do that a little bit throughout the day. But with this, I find that it actually works as one of the best primers I've ever tried. Now, you guys always hear me say MAC Prep and Prime SPF 50, which I forgot to pull out, but that one for a long time was my absolute favorite. And I loved it because of the SPF in it, and I love the fact that it really held my foundation on. And it does. However, I like that this one is a smoother product. The MAC one kind of feels a little sticky, not sticky, tacky, I guess, a little bit when you have it on your face. This feels completely smooth. Plus, now I use my Shiseido SPF 42, I think, foundation, so I don't as much require in the summertime a primer that has that SPF to it. So, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I think they are both great primers, phenomenal primers. However, by far right now, my favorite primer is this one. We will see how it gets as it gets really hot towards the middle of the summer, how it holds up. But we had a couple of really hot days that, like, it was up in the 90s here, and this stuff stayed for me, guys. It did great. I'm truly impressed by this, and for $18 versus like Laura Mercier and like MAC and who are some other NARS, things like that. They're super, Makeup Forever, like it's almost $40 for some of those primers. This is $18. And yes, I know some of those bottles are a little bit bigger, but honestly, they're maybe double the size, but they're more than double the price. So go figure. So I really do like both of these primers. I think it depends on what consistency you like. I definitely think if you are looking for a really great primer that just does everything, this is it. I think this is an awesome primer. I'll use this one up. I like this one. I think it's a decent primer, but there's something about this one that just takes it a step more and just works that much better. I'll still use my Murad, I'm sure, because it really does do a great job in the summertime. We'll see how it works after I try this one. But definitely wanted to let you guys know about these. Sephora, who would have thought? I mean, they're great. They're a great company, but I've never been wowed by any of their products in particular. I am wowed by this. I really am. So I hope you found this review helpful. If you guys have any additional questions, please post them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.